The Channel Island bind off is a variation of the picot bind off that mimics the Channel Island cast on. As you can see on this piece, here is the Channel Island cast on, that nice little dainty nubby little edge, and the Channel Island bind off mimics that nicely. This pattern is called Namesake, and it is my October 2014 knit along. To begin the Channel Island bind off, which is a variation of a picot bind off, we need to start by casting on 2 stitches into this first stitch on the left hand needle using the knitted cast on method. So I'm just going to knit the stitch as usual. I'm going to take that loop that I drew through and kind of twist it and put it back on the left hand needle. So that's casting on 1, and do the same thing, just knit that stitch, drawing through a loop and putting that on my left hand needle. So I've gone ahead and cast on 2 stitches. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to take my right hand needle and this second stitch on the left hand needle. I'm going to lift it up over the first stitch and pass it over that first stitch and off the needle. Now I have a new second stitch on my left hand needle. I'm going to do the same thing, lift it up, pass it over the first stitch and off of the needle. I'm going to take that stitch on the left hand needle and I'm going to slip it to my right hand needle. Then these 2 stitches here on the left hand needle, I'm going to knit those together, just a regular old knit 2 together. Now I have 2 stitches on my right hand needle. I'm going to pass the second stitch over the first stitch, off the needle, and return the stitch from the right hand needle back to the left hand needle. Whew. Time to repeat. Cast on 2 stitches using the knitted cast on method. So there's 1. Cast on the second one. I'm going to pass the second stitch on the left hand needle over the first one and off the needle. I'm going to pass this now second stitch over the first stitch and off the needle. I'll take the stitch that is on my left hand needle, slip it over to the right hand needle. I'll knit 2 stitches together on the left hand needle, and with the 2 stitches on the right hand needle, I'm going to pass the second one over the first one, off the needle, and return to the left hand needle. And repeat. Cast on 2 stitches, the knitted cast on method. There's 1, 2, pass the second stitch over the first stitch and off the needle, pass the now second stitch over the first stitch and off the needle, move the stitch or slip it to the right hand needle, knit 2 stitches together, pass the second stitch over the first stitch, off the needle, and return the stitch from the right hand needle to the left hand needle. I'll work that one more time. Knit cast on 1, 2, pass the second stitch over the first, the now second stitch over the first, slip the stitch to the right hand needle, knit 2 together, pass the second stitch over the first stitch and off the needle, and return the stitch to the left hand needle. You'll work this all the way across till 1 stitch remains. Now I have 2 stitches left on my left hand needle. I'm going to go ahead and work the cast off or bind off as I have been. But of course there's going to be 1 step different because I don't have 2 stitches on my left hand needle to knit together. So I'll just knit 1 and then pass second stitch over the first stitch, and then I can just cut my tail and draw that through. And there you have it, the Channel Island bind off. Happy knitting!